Testing 1, 2, 3. Can everybody hear me okay? Let's get a yes if we can. Yes, if we can. Did everybody see the video I put out that I thought the warning day was over? Did y'all see that? Yeah, and typically if it's not continuing making a trend change, it changes sometimes after 10, sometime after 11 or whatever. But I was trying to help everybody with putting that video out. Did you get it? Did you say you got it? I want to make sure you got it. All right, what we're going to do is take Jonathan, we're going to do two things. Let's take a compass chart and just make it big, and I'm going to throw some tickers at you. And go to a daily, if you will. All right, this is the E-mini. Now, the E-mini has to take out roughly about 59.45 area. I think the high of the day, let me give it to you. Yeah, 44.50 is the high. About 45.50, then we could possibly trade if that happened. If not, it could end up rolling over, backing and filling or whatever. But clearly, the market broke out, made a new high today, got above that 20 area, and I think we can see that the market probably is the next stop is around 6,000. Okay. Boom Boom asked, is there any meaning to the red shirt I'm wearing? No. What happened was I had a white shirt on, and I had a hot dog, and some of the ketchup fell on my shirt, so I had to change shirts. I just grabbed this one. Pretty comfortable shirt. That's the mini. All right, look at the NASDAQ. NASDAQ's a little bit probably better shape, okay? Yeah, NASDAQ looks a little bit better, and I'll be looking to see if we get some movement there to trade in NASDAQ. I'll put the QQQ up. Yeah, the QQQ. The high of the day, Jonathan, let me know if it goes higher than this, would you? The QQQ. Let me find that baby. QQQ. 521.93. Set an alert there. 521.93. Okay. That's on the QQQ. Put the SPY up there. SPY. Okay, they're all about the same position. Looks like there could be some buying that maybe steps in. We haven't seen it yet and challenge the high of the day. All right, let's look at some stocks. Palantir or Palantir, PLTR. Look at that high bar there. Where's that high bar for Palantir? Excuse me.
It's about 133.5.
133.49. Is that right?
That's right.
What's the high of the day?
130.20.
Yeah, set an alert at 130.55. I'd do a trade on Palantir if it got higher than that. Okay. The high on the SPY is 590.97. All right, let's look at AMD. AMD. This one got overdone, cooked early, went up. And the high of the day is what, 117 something, Jonathan? What is it? 117 what?
Roadmap's got 117.5.
Yeah, make an alert there. The reason I'm giving you these highs for these stocks, when they take out those highs of the day, if it's in the afternoon and after hours, those stocks go back in play. Palantir, AMD. Let's look at Tesla. Tesla. What's this high of the day?
Looks like 346.09.
Yeah, it's 341.75. So put 346.09 for Tesla. NVIDIA, let's do NVIDIA. What was yesterday's high?
Yesterday's high was 135.44, and today's high is 136.29.
Yeah, I'd put a stop. I would get an alert at 136.55. Okay, that's NVIDIA. Here's a new one that I'm trading right now. I'm getting used to. CRWV. Put CRWV. Went to 72, Jonathan. 72.97. Yeah, okay. I'd set an alert there, 72.97. Anyway, those are a couple of stocks. GLD, gold's having a pretty good day today. Put GLD in there. It made a new high today, and so GLD, put the 30-minute on GLD. $297.55. That's a number you want to get higher on GLD. Anyway, that'll give you some numbers. Right now, to describe the market would be to say it turned higher, now it's settling, and those are the numbers that's going to trigger maybe some new plays either late tonight or tomorrow. Now, one of the things I did today, I did last night, I put on a ZB bond futures play out 100 days, and then I did a bond futures 15 days today. I like the way bonds are acting, and if bonds can get, if you get above 115, they won't look back, but that's going to be your resistance point up there at 115, okay, on bonds. So that's pretty much what I wanted to cover on the live side. I think that the trend, and John, you have a slide with the warning days in the slide deck.
Yep, sure do. We ready to go to the slides in full? Okay, well, anyways, here's the warning slide.
Does everybody know what this slide means? Those X days on here are days there might be a trend change of the up move that we've been in. Today was one of those days. Did you see the market was down at one point through the night and through most of the morning, and then it's reversed? That's when I put out the video, said all clear again. So the trend should stay pretty consistent going higher at least to next Friday. Now we'll know more obviously after tomorrow and Sunday, but anyway, that's the plan. Those X's on this calendar are most likely days to get a trend change of the up move, if you get one. Greg asked, are those red X's based on cycles? Yes, they are, Greg. They're based on cycles of where the current market's trading. I'm just sharing them with everybody. Just to, like I did today. I said, let's just be, as Dave says, a little careful around those days. Not to mean they got to go down that day. It's like today. The day went down and then reversed. When it reversed, it took the change day off the table, and we ended up higher. Okay. My pivot numbers are real good clues for where I think they got to get above on those change days to do away with the change. And that's how I would use that.
Hey, Tom, did you want to flip these slides?
Yeah, let me do it.
Okay. We'll take just a 2 to 3 minute break and then get Tom's screen sharing so he can flip the slides. Let's see here. Tom, what's your team viewer? What are the starting 3 numbers on your team viewer?
I'm looking for it.
Yeah, Charles, I'll post the slide link in just a little bit. Once we get Tom's screen sharing, I'll post the slides. Tom, I think you might have to launch it, Tom.
Yeah, let me launch it. Two oh four 781.
All right, that's good. I got it. Let's see here. Okay, Tom, I'll hand it back to you. Just minimize your team viewer for me and we'll be good to go.
Trying to. Call it right under the thing. Can you move? Let me do this real quick. Am I ready?
Yeah, looks good. Looks good to go.
Let me ask you a question before I get started. How many people think they need more education about trading than they have right now? on the surface? How many people would say yes to that? The reason that I'm bringing that up, we've got something, we haven't really talked about it a lot, but it's pretty good. Today, I presented, and did anybody attend the one I did today? Let me ask that question. Dex, what did you think about the lesson I taught today? Or anybody else that was there? What did y'all think about that lesson? New things. Okay, great. That's what I was trying to do. Just get you to think about things. So this is a tough game, isn't it, trading? Okay. All right. Risks involved in trading, past performance not indicative of future results. In my opinion, the market right now is in an upswing, and I think we've got some pretty good runway in front of us, and I hope everybody here takes advantage of that. I plan on doing that. I've been doing it, and you've had an opportunity really to grow your account if you've been listening and taking some of the trades that we've done. That was a warning signs that I put out there, and I'll remind you next week, we got one on Friday, the 25th. A few highlight trades. This is just, I told Jonathan, instead of doing all 30 or 40 of them, just do, 3 that everybody will remember, okay? And the BITO trade. The BITO trade was a trade that I set up. I actually saw it in after hours. So you got to know how to do things in after hours, but I did it in after hours. And then I rolled it into the next day in options, a 29% return and a 229% return. Who made that BITO trade? That makes big money for you if you made it. I'm just curious. Not to highlight those that didn't make it, but that was a heck of a trade, wasn't it? Yep, it was pretty good. Exactly what people were saying. Now, the Weekend Profits Club, we've got quite a little streak going there. We made a 21% return. And John, we did that trade today, didn't we? Who made that trade? After I got it all clear, I told Jonathan, let's go and put one on, and we did. Nice trade. But making these trades, you got, I guess know how to put option trades on, and you got to know how to put the order in, know how to get in and out. Now here's a Tesla trade that we did. That was a 22% return. Notice the minimum I'm shooting for is 20%, isn't it? That doesn't mean you got to take 20%. It just means that I'm shooting for 20% on these trades. That's a nice trade on Tesla. Now, we created this Master Trader Academy. Well, why did we create it? Because we want to work ourselves to death? No. We realize that people need training. And so Monday through Thursday, we do training every day at DTI. How many people were aware that we do this training every day? Who's aware of it? Every day we do this training, and they're really great lessons that we do. But we call it the Master Trader Academy. Here's how it'll work. Once you join, you have full access to the roadmap. I think it's software that everybody here ought to have, okay? Pretty good stuff. I use the roadmap. I got a secret weapon there I showed people I use. Matter of fact, I'm using it right now while I'm doing this presentation in case I want to pick up some extra money before the close. But the roadmap software is something everybody here ought to have. Now, what if you miss one of these? We record everything. That's the beautiful thing about it. Here's some love letters from our top students. Look what Todd said. Asked anyone at DTI, including staff students, none of them will trade without the roadmap. Look at the number of new tools in the last year alone. It's amazing. That's where I've upgraded and saw things to help people. Okay? Pretty good stuff. Wes said, great presentation today. Definitely see the true value of the roadmap guiding my trade. Good. That's the first step. How about the horse race? You know, yesterday I gave you 30 stocks that are AI stocks. You can put those into the roadmap. It'll tell you every day with the horse race which one to play. You know, let the technology work for you on those AI stocks. Access to the roadmap and all the tools go along with it. Perfect time because starting next week, you'll be able to join our daily strategy sessions each day, Monday through Thursday. They occur Monday through Thursday. Opportunities in the market that you need to know about. We never leave you just thinking about study. We're always thinking about making money or ways to make money. So if something comes across, we'll tell you. Which stocks to look at, what the overseas market told us, and DTI key levels. We go and hit it, hit it, hit it. It's a great huddle, I would call, every day, Monday through Thursday. Pretty good stuff. Now, they just won't last a week, not a month, but for the entire year. So, beautiful thing about this, that's a lot of training over a course of a year. But the nice thing about it is we tape it, you can go back and review it. It's organized in a way to go figure out something you might have forgot. 300 live strategy planning question answer sessions next year alone. High level theory, send you on your way. DTI with Friendly is only one path to becoming a better trader, and that is watching people trade live alongside our experienced team. That's why 3 live trading sessions every week in the academy. Pretty cool, isn't it? 3 times a week. That's high percentage trades. Using all the tools in the roadmap, look, you can place trades in real time. Entire year. Over 150 trading sessions there. Now, you probably expect it to cost you about $5 grand. No, we don't charge that. The Academy members have the best shot at success. Probably 10,000 value there. We just get started. We're adding, get access to DTI's Master Trader curriculum. It's a suite of education. We'll walk you through the entire DTI method, teach you the ins and outs of using the roadmap. If you have any questions we don't answer, don't worry. Jump right in. And we have a 4-hour live trade room run by one of our team members, Chuck, that you'll be invited into. A live trade room, 4 hours a day. We work at it, and all you got to do is take advantage of it, be part of it. Live education, trading every week. You get pretty good after attending this, which I'm confident a lot of value, 1997. Now let me cover everything. Access to the roadmap, our retirement calendar inside there, that's an income, make some income, right? Over 300 daily strategy sessions, $34.97 in value, 150 live trade rooms, a week, a master trader chat room for you, 20 hours a week. We can go there and ask questions in real time, and a master trader curriculum, 38 lessons in all. You pay a fraction of that to be part of it. Talk about the next huge bonus. We have an annual Sawgrass conference. We charge $1,000 to come to that. It'll be June 1st, 2nd, 3rd. You can't come in person. Guess what? As an Academy member, you can take it online. I think it's the most important trading event we do each year. Ask people that have attended in person. You probably have attended yourself. What Dave said. I attended Sawgrass online, placed all 10 trades recommended, 10 contract fees. They paid off big time. Easily a scholarship event. Yeah, I trade live in front of people. I love it. Been doing it for years. This week's Sawgrass was phenomenal. Best hit, anyone not there really missed out. Denise said that. Edwin said, another great. He's a long-term student. During the conference, once again, paid for the trip. That's the hotel and everything. Going to be successful. You probably end up at Sawgrass. Want every single member to be there, include the Sawgrass ticket with your membership. Sawgrass is a can't miss event happening. Another $1,500 in value, part of the Academy. I mean, total cost of all this is just $29.97. You're not going to pay it. We're going to make you, as I always say, let the uneducated pay for your education. I think there's a lot of value inside here, the way we got it packaged together. It's only opened up to 10 new members today. And we'll make it happen. Join the Master Academy. Get access to all the lessons we've done and all the ones we're going to do for the next year. Drop the link, Adam. There it is. Only 10 of you can get it now. I got a big crowd, so first 10, right? btitrader.com/academy. Claim one of the 10 spots. 904-706-3532. Any membership questions anybody has, ask them. I'll be glad to ask them. There's the value. Coming right up 2 weeks from now, we kick it off with Sawgrass. In fact, we'll start your year running from then. Nothing speaks louder than action. Let me prove it to you. Got a lot of money we spent developing all this. Thousands of man hours developing what I think is roadmap software. I've committed myself and every member of our team to spend hours of their time every week in these classes and live trading. Join today. Be there tomorrow or Monday. Call 904-706-3532. There it is, folks. There's the Academy. So a lot of questions I see in here tells me a lot of you have a lot of work to do. Well, shorten the work by having something you can follow. This is sort of like an ongoing relationship if you join Master Trade Academy. Anybody got any questions about it? You know, little things like, hey, Tom, I hear you talk about tick trade trend. Will you explain it to me? Hey, Tom, how do you use the roadmap to prepare for the next week? All of it. Yes, this is totally different from futures. This is just strictly focused on stock and options, and the roadmap gets you oriented with everything it can do for you. Michael, you get that being in Zebra. Pretty cool stuff, isn't it? I just see a lot of questions that are asked, and I think myself, would it be a lot smarter to learn the right way to do this game of trading? We put this together because we had a lot of people with a lot of questions when it comes to trading. How to use the platform, how to trade after hours. Yes, Will. Talk to Kelly Barber. She'll handle that. You've got a couple choices there, Dave. Barber at DTI Trader. I'll just explain. If you have the roadmap software, you have an annual subscription, what they'll do is add an extra year to your product. So you get the benefit of having it already, okay? So let me throw out a few things. Tomorrow's Friday. Does everybody here know what to look for on a Friday? For that matter, Monday's coming. Does everybody here know what to look for on Monday? For that matter, Tuesday's coming next week. You know what to look for each and every day? Well, we cover that in the academy. That's what we do. We show you the insights for each day of the week. There's certain things you got to look for. Did y'all know that? Every day is not the same. Let me tell you something else. Every week's not the same. You know, the first week's different than the second week. The third week's different than the second week. The end of the month is different than the whole first 3 weeks. Do you know what to expect and look for on those days or on those weeks? This is the power of education. I'm a strong believer. You get the right tools. You got the right instructor. You heard what they said about our ability to take very difficult subjects and make it understandable. Pretty cool stuff. Here's one for you. I've been talking a lot about July 5th, hadn't I? Day after July 4th. Do you know what and how to prepare for that holiday? If it's as big as I think it is, give me an answer. Do you know how the steps you got to prepare to maximize that holiday coming up? Well, guess what? If you're in the academy, you're going to know that's one of the subjects I'm going to teach. In fact, I'm going to teach that next week. So get on board. These are the kind of things I'm throwing out there because there's so much that you find out you don't know. That's the beautiful thing about MTA. I like that. Master Trade Academy. Pretty cool, isn't it, that we've got this set up for you? Notice how when I had Jonathan look at all those tickers today, do you know how to find those numbers on yourself? That's something you'd be taught in the academy. All that stuff, everything you see me do. Hey, go look at the last 30 trades that I've done for you and say, well, how could I be that accurate? It's not just because I've been trading for 40 years, a little bit maybe, but hey, it's knowing when to pull that trigger when to take profits, and when to get out of stocks that are not paid. So I wanted to spend some time talking about this because we've got Sawgrass coming up. I want everybody here to be educated because we're about to have a year like no other, and we can get you prepared. Eating this elephant one bite at a time, the way I think about it. Any last minute questions for me? While you're getting signed up, I'll glance at the market and come back and tell you what I think. I got two stocks. Yes. Yeah, Monica, we'll count it for that. Absolutely. We'll work with everybody here. For example, let me tell you what Monica said. I already bought my ticket for Sawgrass. Can I use that for 2026 if I buy into the academy? I said, absolutely. See, we'll do that for Monica. I've got two stocks. Night's Thursday night. I got two stocks that I'm looking at. I'll post whether they're a buy after about 8 o'clock tonight in the TNT room, okay? So I got two right now. I'm looking at it out of the corner of my eye. How many people like, let me side note, how many people like my TQQ trades I do? Give me some feedback. You know, we taught a big course on TQQ, SQQ, and I still trade it just about every day, TQQ, SQQ. Pretty good. It's pretty good to trade, isn't it? Yep. Fantastic. All right. Hey, Lynette. You like those early morning TQQ trades? Me too. That sunrise signal is something else. You notice that everything that I teach, there's part of a process. Time of day. Somebody name a time. We're going to have some fun. Name a time and I'll tell you what I'm trading. Anytime, name a time. Use a 24-hour market. So you can do it military time or you put AM or PM. RB3, I'm trading usually the QQQ in RB3. 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm doing put spreads or credit spreads at 3 p.m. in the afternoon. 8 p.m. at night, I'm trading futures, or now I can trade stocks around the clock, Pete. 5 a.m. in the morning, I'm trading futures and trading stocks. TQQ usually. Ask me what I'm going to be trading on July the 4th or the day after July the 4th. Hypothetically, if everything looks good and I got X dollars, I will be 100% invested in the market if everything looks good on that first trade day after July 4th. And if I can't think what to do with the money, what will I buy? I already told you the inside secret there. If I say I run out of ideas, what exactly? I'll buy TQQ until I find an idea. Exactly. Folks, get in the Master Trade Academy. I don't know if I ever will talk about it again, but I wanted to do it today because it does include Sawgrass and I want everybody to have the roadmap. I was going to give the roadmap. I said, just go on and do the Master Trade Academy. Let's finish it up. All right. If you join, review the lessons that we've done this week. Jonathan, to give that to you. Michael, can you do online? Yep, you got it, Jim. Fairbanks, huh? Okay. Guys, it was nice to give you the video today. Again, tonight after 8, I will be active in the TNT room. I will be active after 8 tonight in the futures. That's a promise. Way to go, SP. Love hearing that. Leveraging what I do, doing other things in those sectors. Great. Jonathan, you got anything you want to say?
Well, been seeing if the S&P can get back to 59.49, but
No, I think pulling back's no big deal. I think what they're doing is going to come down and test that breakout number. And then tonight, that setup tonight ought to be a good setup going into Friday.
sounds like a
That's
plan.
what I'm thinking.
Sounds like a good plan.
I'd like those people in futures that did those bond trades make about $4,000 or $5,000 off that trade. That'd make my weekend.
I think that would make a lot of people's weekends.
I know. I throw some big expectations out there. They says, please, please make it happen. Well, I won't do it. The market will. All right, I'll see everybody tonight. Y'all have a good night. Thank you, Jonathan, and we pulled it together.
Thank you.
Hold on, I'll call you, Paulie. Give me a few minutes, I'll call you. Come from area code 251. Thank you.